Hello everybody, and I thought today that I would catch up on Catherine's Cosy Crime because I've not been able to do much filming lately. It seems that long ago when I chose it that I bet we've all forgotten all about it. It's good job I've written down what I thought. So it was A Demon's Summer, and this is by G.M. Malliet. Now, if you remember from when I last introduced this is about Max Tudor. Now, he is the vicar of Never Monkslip, because I think we were laughing about the some of the names that they put into some of these cosy crimes. We've got Lord Listlelivet, who's one of the main characters in it. Anyway, Max Tudor used to work for the MI5, and he's now the vicar of Never Monkslip. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I just can't work that out. I mean, that's one extreme to the other. Can you imagine going from being a spy like the James Bond type of, 007, to then going being a vicar of Never Monkslip? Sorry, but that doesn't quite work for me. But anyway, hey ho. And I'm not sure it quite works in the book either. But never mind. We, it's a cosy crime, and I thought we'd give this one a try. It was okay. I wasn't particularly over thrilled with it. I think some of it is because I couldn't really get a grasp for Max Tudor as a character. And probably some of that was my fault, because in my head I just can't envisage him as a James Bond now vicar come let's be a sleuth at the same time, and let's go and help the local head of police solve a few crimes. He either wants to stay in that industry and be a private detective, or to me he needs to stay as a vicar. Anyway, there's no so queer as folk, as they say. So I didn't particularly get on with his character all that well. Off he goes anyway to help solve some mysterious goings on in this abbey, and it's Monksbury Abbey, and there's sort of some misappropriation of funds, or there's something going on there, and off he goes. Lord Listlelivet is involved in the plot, and so he gets to the abbey. It's a very good business, this abbey. We've got all these different nuns that are using all their talents to bake and make, homemade cakes to sell in the shop, and somebody's making homemade, I'm sure it's homemade wine or some sort of drinks. I don't know if it's wine, I can't remember now, it's that long ago. So it's very industrious, shall we say. Anyway, he starts to investigate what's going on at the abbey, and then suddenly there's been a murder, and the plot thickens from then on. I found it I started to get a bit fed up with all the nuns. We seem to find out all the backstories of all these nuns, and really what made me smile is that it turns out that all these nuns had got quite disreputable pasts in some way, shall we say, and I think they then thought, well, really I need to change my ways, turn to religion, and go and become a nun in Monksbury Abbey, which is fine. That's good that they've mended their ways. I got fed up of them. I got so fed up of them. It was all nun this, they all got strange names. Just 1 second, let me get my other book out, because I've written something about these nuns. What I put? Oh yeah, I put monotonous nuns' names. That takes some saying. They've got dodgy pasts, so the thing with that is, I think that was to throw you along a few red herrings as to who could be the murderer, really, because you could look at any one of all these nuns we keep hearing about, and because of things that had happened in the past, any of them could have done it. So yeah, I got fed up with that. It was very much a Poirot style ending, where he gathered, Max Judah gathered everybody that's involved to all sit round while he does the reveal of who the murderer is, very much in the style of Agatha Christie's Poirot. That was fine, but really I couldn't work out how he got to that conclusion. You know, normally when a book is for me, in my opinion, a bit better written, you as you're going along, we're going down different alleyways, different dead ends, twists and turns, and you think it could be that person, or perhaps it's that person, and after you went through a selection of nuns, I couldn't understand then. It was totally bizarre who was involved, and there was no actual methodical working out as he worked as a sleuth to come to the conclusions he came to. I hope that sort of makes sense. It's as if this bit of the book didn't match the ending. The middle bit and how he got to his conclusions didn't match. So I just felt that, you know, it was fine, but I didn't think it was anything fantastic. So then we're going to come along to what I've chosen for our next read, and this is Death in the Dordogne, A Case for Bruno, Chief of Police, by Martin Walker. Now, I did a bit of research to see what new series we could start for our Cosy Crime series, something that I'd not come across, something that wasn't, you know, out in some of the bookshops where they sell, you know, like 3 Cosy Crimes for a £5 or whatever. So I actually got this online, and I was taken to it. It sounded interesting. It's set in France. Bruno, Chief of Police, in Saint Denis in southwest France. We have actually been to Saint Denis. We've been through quite a large area. We've travelled through quite large areas of France, so it's a bit of a favourite of ours, so I liked that one. And he goes to, obviously there's a murder, and he goes and has to find out what's going on. Yeah, there's more to it than meets the eye. It said, when an old man, head of an immigrant North African family, is found murdered, suspicion falls on the local doctor's son, but Bruno isn't convinced and suspects the crime may have its roots in the Second World War, a time of terror and betrayal that set brother against brother. Bruno's job is to protect the town from its enemies in every form, and this responsibility brings its own rewards. Will the people of Saint Denis allow Bruno to go digging through their past to find the old man's killer? Now, I'm not sure whether it's total Cosy Crime. It may be a bit more substance to it. I'm not sure till we get into this. But this is book 1, so I'm pleased I've managed to find book 1 first of a new series. And yeah, I'd like you to join with me and read this if you can. If you can get hold of a copy. Death in the Dordogne. Hope you can see that okay there, yeah. Martin Walker. It says the Maigret of the Dordogne. Well, Maigret was a big television drama series that was on in the UK. Can't remember how long ago it'd be on there. Quite some while ago, I think. But yeah, so I'll put the information down below so that you can go and see if you can get hold of the book. It'd be great for you to join me, seeing as we haven't had our Cosy Crime for a while. Let me know if you've read this series at all and what you think of it, and we'll speak again soon. Bye for now, everybody.